Okay, so as far as who is Thomas Matthew Crooks, you know what? I think I'm just going to play it. Now, this is Reuters. I don't care what you think of Reuters. Let's see. Did I get it right? Okay, yeah, I did. Okay. I don't. Whatever you think of Reuters, I mean, I'm going with the AP News stuff. This is supposed to be the official shit, so we'll see how it works out. But I'm going to play this video. I'm going to share my screen with you guys just real quick here. And let's see, share my screen. And there we go. All right. Share the audio. Yeah. Okay. So this is straight off of Reuters right now. Who is Thomas Matthew Crooks, the suspected Trump rally shooter? What is getting me right now is the fact that this guy is, they seem to only be able to find like shots like this, like his junior high school yearbook. I'm also a little concerned with that shirt that he's got on there, which looks like it's very like sort of, what is it, Mount Rushmore, and very patriotic kind of thing. So I'm wondering if again, this isn't sort of a fabrication or a manufacturing of sort of a narrative. So fetal alcohol syndrome. Yes, you're probably it does kind of look like that, doesn't it? What do you got here? Who knows if it has any relevance, but the shooter did appear in a BlackRock ad in 2023. Who knows? But it could also be that they had that guy on tap, had this kid on tap, and they had watches on this guy for a long time. But what's getting me is like, I don't seem to be able to find any like modern like shots of him. Some people were saying that he did a video right beforehand. I don't know if that's been 100% confirmed, but this is the guy, and I will play the Reuters video. This is AP. This is public domain YouTube. Anybody can use this. Thank you. High school yearbook photo of the Trump rally shooting suspect has been released.
I didn't have any interaction with him, but he was like a kid that was always alone. He was always bullied every day. He was just an outcast.
Who the fuck is that lunchbox behind him?
I mean, he would sit alone at lunch. I mean, he was just an outcast, and you know how kids are nowadays. So they're going to see someone like that, and they're going to target him because they think it's funny or whatever.
All right, so he's already building a narrative that people are expecting. He's a loner, an outcast, and people bullied him. Sounds like the beginnings of an incel, correct?
So it's the best way I can describe it. And it's honestly kind of sad. Like, I don't want to say this is what provoked it, but you never know.
Take a look at what happened.
You guys catch that? That's the female bodyguards. What are we doing? Where are we going? I don't know. It's like Starship Troopers. Kill them all. So there was two there. Anyway, so I'm going to read a few, just a little bit of this. Federal law enforcement authorities scrutinized the background of Thomas Matthew Crooks on Sunday in search of what drove the 20-year-old gunman to open fire on former U.S. President Donald Trump at a campaign rally in Western Pennsylvania. Crooks, identified by the FBI as the suspect gunman in the assassination, was shot and killed by Secret Service seconds. Something like more than just seconds, but fired shots towards the stage where Trump was speaking Saturday, but in Butler, Pennsylvania. One rally attendee, a 50-year-old man identified as Corey Comparatore, died. They said that he died sheltering his family. Trump was shot in the right ear. A resident of Bethel Park, about an hour away from the shooting occurred. Crooks was a registered Republican who would have been eligible to cast his first presidential vote November 5th in the November 5th election, in which Trump is challenging President Joe Biden. Public records show his father is a registered Republican and mother a registered Democrat. Ooh, there's no conflict there. Federal Election Commission filings show Crooks appears to have made a small $15 donation several years ago to the political action committee called Act Blue. Remember that, because that's going to be the second part of today's show, children. For a left-leaning and Democratic politicians, Act Blue. Write that down. Put that in your notes. Thank you. The donation was earmarked for the Progressive Turnout Project, a national group that rallies Democrats to vote. Okay. The groups did not immediately respond to a Reuters request for comment. Okay. So let's keep going. So for a guy who's a registered Republican, he certainly seems to be involved with at least 2 political action committees, Act Blue. Where have I heard that before? And Progressive Turnout Project. I wonder if he made any donations to another project called the Progressive Victory Political Action Committee. We'll have to, only the future will see, right? Democrats vote. The groups did not immediately request. Okay, so Crook's parents could not immediately be reached for comment by Reuters. His father, Matthew Crooks, 53, geez, younger than me, told CNN that he was trying to figure out what happened and would wait until he talked to law enforcement before speaking about his son. Your son is dead, and that's your response? Secret Service agents fatally shot the suspect, the agency said, after he opened fire from the roof of a building about 150 yards, 140 meters, for those of you who are on the metric system, from the stage where Trump was addressing supporters. An AR-15 style semi-automatic rifle used in the shooting was recovered near his body, according to sources. The firearm was legally purchased. Wow. So much for the gun control thing. Legally purchased from the suspect's father. By the suspect's father, ABC. The Wall Street Journal reported, citing sources. Bomb-making materials were found in the suspect's car. U.S. media outlets reported, citing sources. Super smart. In the family's hometown of one of Thomas Crook's former classmates, a Bethel Park High School said the suspect did not show any particular interest in politics. I wonder what that's all about. Here, let me put you back in. All right. So what else do we have here? Okay. An interest in politics. Rather, his interests centered on building computers and playing games, like any 20-year-old would, right? The 20-year-old classmate who asked not to be identified, oh, really? said in an interview. Crooks often kept to himself, the classmate said. The politics never came up. The conversations revolved around school, the classmate said. He was super smart. That was what really kind of threw me off. This was like a really, really smart kid. He excelled, the classmate said. Nothing crazy ever came up in any conversation. The classmate added that he had not seen or heard from Crooks since the suspect graduated in 2022. While in school, Crooks received a $500 STAR Award from the National Math and Science Initiative. The plot thickens. According to Pittsburgh Tribune Review newspaper, Bethel Park School District is cooperating with the law enforcement investigation. Local media reported he's been out of high school for 2 years. As law enforcement dug into his background, the streets around Crooks' home were blocked off by a heavy police presence on Sunday. I've seen some video of that where, I think it was Steven Crowder's people went to go see where this guy's home was, and there were already police that were already there saying, go fuck yourself. As law enforcement dug in his background, the streets, residents who live nearby described feeling shocked and unsettled at that an assassination attempt has been linked to a person from the sedate city of 33,000 people. Bethel Park is a pretty blue-collar type of area, and to think that somebody was that close is a little insane, said Wes Morgan, 42-year-old. Now they're just basically by the way, all of this happens anytime there's any shooting, whether or not it's an assassination attempt on a president or anyone else. Well, we have this sleepy little fishing village that nothing ever crazy like this happens here. A couple standing on the porch of their nearby brick ranch home was left processing the events and spotlight on the neighborhood. There's never been a gun issue. There's never been the police being called. Mary Pricelak, 67, along with her husband, said, "You kind of have to wonder what he didn't get in life." Let's read that again, children. You kind of have to wonder what he didn't get in life. What led to this extreme? Whatever could it be? Bruce Piendel sounds like something from Lord of the Rings. Owner of Allegheny Arms and Gunworks in Bethel Park said that after learning about the shooting, he checked his records. We did not sell any firearms to the shooter. No, we sold them to his dad. We did not sell any firearms that was used in the shooting to the family. Okay, well, we've all covered our asses. That's good. Please come on down to the Allegheny firearms store. Reuters. What is it? Oh, you have to understand that in Western Pennsylvania, we have a rich tradition of hunting and fishing and outdoor stuff, Piendel said when asked about the number of gun shops in the region. You know, the thing is, it's like, why do they do this? Like, why do they go to the gun shops and be, okay, how many guns do you like? Oh, the neighborhood is just teeming. It's just like bristling with firearms here. Who's going to say that? I mean, unless it's, it's funny. It's like whenever there's something like this happens in like a regular like neighborhood, like some sort of like suburban thing, everybody just wants to sort of like diffuse the whole gun issue. But you'll notice that nobody ever goes down to like, oh, I don't know, Chicago or Detroit or Los Angeles or anything. And they wonder like, well, you know what? Before we covered this drive-by shooting that happens pretty much every half hour here, let's go check and see how many gun stores are in Los Angeles, down maybe in South Central. Or let's go check it out. While Reuters could not immediately identify the social media accounts or other online posting by crooks, Discord said on Sunday he had an account on the instant messaging platform. Okay, now everyone is filing over to Discord. You're leaving my show and going to look at Discord right now. We have identified an account that appears to be linked to the suspect. It was rarely utilized, and we have found no evidence that it was used to plan this incident or discuss his political views, Discord said in a statement. Okay, now Discord's covered their ass. Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, did not immediately respond to questions on whether the platforms had removed any accounts related to the suspect. Yes, and will never reveal whether they have or not. All right, so that was it. So everybody's covered their bases. All right, we've all covered our asses. Meta covered, Discord covered, gun shops covered. Let's see who else. High school covered, neighborhood covered. All right, so now we know that the guy is sort of this lone wolf, or probably this. I don't know, fits a profile of an incel, because we've been building up that archetype really probably for the last 18 months. I said maybe more than that. I mean, we're building up for a long time, but like it's become sort of like an invective in the last 2 years, 3 years. Yeah, an incel. There's definitely an image that comes to mind when you go into those things. What do you got here? Let's see. Well, thank you very much for that. Andrew Wilson, I appreciate you. Love you, brother. Thank you very much for your contributions. Where did I put that one? Sorry, I just lost a super chat here. Trying to get to you so I can put you on the screen here. Sammy, will you pull that one for me? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I just passed it. Not that one. I got Andrew on there, and then sorry. Oh, okay, I got it. Never mind. I got it here. Who knows if it has any relevance, but the shooter did appear in the Black Rock video. Okay, so I got to you too. Thank you all very much for your contributions. So now, what am I going to tell you about the incel thing? Well, the reason why this is a red pill crossover moment here is because since November of last year, of 2023, I have myself, Aaron Clary, of all people, Myron and Fresh, of course, Pearl, and let's see who else. Rich Cooper is on this list. Actually, maybe I'll just call this up real fast. This is my acrobat here. Now, this I'm about to show you is, I don't know if anybody has put this on yet. I do know Abba and Preach decided that they wanted to be experts on this, and they're absolutely fucking idiots about this. But everybody wants to think that old man Tomasi and his conspiracy theories. Well, here we go. Yes, you're right. Incel is a political boogeyman. Yeah, well, it is. And that's essentially why they're waiting for stuff like that. I will guarantee you they will turn this. That's why I'm asking this question now. I'm getting out ahead of it, because I guarantee you they will turn this guy into an incel. Guaranteed. And here's why. As I said before, as of November of 2023, myself, Rich Cooper, Myron and Fresh, Aaron Clary, Sandman of all people, are all on a DHS watch list, or we're on an NGO watch list, and that NGO is called Diverting Hate. Now, this is one NGO. I don't know how many others there are, but this was the most egregious one. You probably heard me talking about this as far back as March, because that's when their biannual report came out, which they immediately dropped offline. But haha, I got it.